At the Surf Club on the Sound in New Rochelle on September 24th, Westfair Communications held its 6th annual Westchester Doctors of Distinction event. Guests were greeted with a panorama of Long Island Sound as they networked during the cocktail hour, with the Hudson Valley Accordion Ensemble providing a musical background of familiar melodies. Leaders in the Westchester medical community were honored for their dedication, expertise, accomplishments, and compassionate care. Benefiting from the event was the nonprofit American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. The foundation was established in 1987 and is dedicated to saving lives and bringing hope to those affected by suicide. Suicide is the third leading cause of death among people ages 15 through 24. Welcoming remarks were made by Janine Miller, Executive Director of the Westchester County Medical Society.
Each year, Westfair Communications puts out a call for nominations to the public, and each year they receive incredible feedback for some really outstanding physicians, and this year was no exception.
Gary Sasto is managing partner of the event's presenting sponsor, White Plains-based law firm Brown, Gorjan, Krause & Sasto.
The honorees are truly spectacular and really make a very, very special contribution, not only to the medical profession, but to the citizens of Westchester County, where really the level of excellence is just terrific and certainly adds to the attraction of Westchester as a place to live and to work.
The keynote speaker was Marina Holes of New York Medical College.
Thank you so much. It's really an honor to be here. My name is Marina Holes, and I am the Dean of the Graduate School of Basic Medical Sciences at New York Medical College. I am an active scientist, and I study 2 diseases of women. One of them is very common, which is breast cancer, and another disease which is very rare. It's a lung disease that affects women called lymphangioliomyomatosis. So even though I have a doctorate and I'm a PhD scientist, I do consider myself to be a real doctor, even though many of you are actual real doctors. When I first got my PhD, I immediately ordered new checkbooks that said Dr. Marina Holes.
Attorney Max Gorjan introduced the winner of the Healthcare Executive of the Year Award, Michael Palumbo of White Plains Hospital.
Thank you, and I want to particularly thank Westfair Communications for organizing the event and the panel of judges for awarding this. I must say that when I got the email a couple months ago that I was being awarded the Healthcare Executive Award, it sort of stopped me short because I couldn't help but reflect on the fact that 15 years ago I was a primary care practitioner in the city. And if someone would have told me that I was going to be a healthcare executive, I would have told them they were crazy. I was very motivated by that one-on-one interaction with the patients and the gratification from feeling like I was able to influence that person's wellness and life. And certainly did not envision that I would enjoy the red tape of being a healthcare executive. That changed when I made a decision to accept White Plains Hospital's offer to come and found the adult hospitalist program for them, and they very trickily exposed me to administrative tasks, which I found I actually had an aptitude for and got gratification from. And now, 10 years later, having served in the chief medical officer role there, I've come to appreciate that I'm able to impact the lives of many.
So we both trained and worked in Northern California, and then we moved to Westchester in 2002. Jay started a solo practice modeled on a traditional private practice model, but really targeting an immigrant, underserved, and uninsured community.
You could definitely make the argument that I'm only standing here because I'm Dr. Spencerai's husband. I'm sure a lot of her colleagues would think. It's not that I don't deserve this award. I'm sure I do. Sure.
In my career, I've chosen to focus on caring for the oldest and the frailest of these elderly. I care for many of them in my office, but for many with serious illnesses which make leaving the home very difficult, I have gone out to the home to provide their medical care, and this has been extremely rewarding and fulfilling to me.
I don't save lives, I save elbows. The starting pitcher for the New York Yankees tonight is Jordan Montgomery. 16 months ago, Jordan Montgomery walked off the mound holding his elbow and he tore his ligament. And as the team physician for the New York Yankees, I had the privilege to take care of him, as I do of all the Yankees, and diagnosed his elbow injury and was able to perform surgery that rebuilt his ligament. In about 10 minutes, he's going to be a starting pitcher for the New York Yankees in tonight's contest against Tampa Bay Rays. Took him 16 months to get back.
Thank you. I am humbled and honored to accept this award. Thank you so much. I want to shout out to Dr. Marina Holtz. Where are you? You got to cure it in mice before we can cure it in people. It's so important, so thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Ooh, I feel like I'm at the Oscars. So thank you all so much. First of all, I wanted to give a shout out to the other family docs. Congratulations, yay family medicine. While I am truly honored to be called a trailblazer, there is no way I could do any of this work without the support of my colleagues. I have dedicated my career to providing the full spectrum of sexual and reproductive health services to all people, particularly those who are at the margins of access. I've worked in more conservative parts of the country, particularly Texas and Indiana, and have witnessed firsthand the direct impact that bad policy can have on the lives of those who need care the most.
Thank you. I'm really honored to be here, and I hope lifetime achievement doesn't say much about how much I have left. But it really is an honor to be here, and the word lifetime does have certain connotations. I dragged my wonderful wife of 47 years, Judy, for what we thought was a short stint leaving Philadelphia in 1983 to come here, and it has been a lifetime. And I thank her for her support during all that time. But lifetime also has a direct implication on what I do for a living as our power couple tonight, the Amlers, and as Dr. Parvez, who is one of our senior neonatologists at Maria Ferrari. And that has to do with the fact that as a pediatrician, it's really a unique opportunity to influence a life for a lifetime.
Wow. It's an honor to be recognized for this award. Why is Haiti my new land too far? I have a vibrant practice at Caramount where we easily provide the highest quality healthcare for our communities. In Haiti, however, many people lack access to any healthcare, let alone quality healthcare, living on less than $2 a day. 1 in 5 children suffers from severe malnutrition. Infant and maternal mortality rates are among the highest in the world, and many of these deaths are preventable.
Dear fellow recipients, open door colleagues, honored guests, I'm really grateful for this honor. Thank you for this award. But this award is not just for me. This award is for my colleagues here that help me with underserved populations. It's also for my medical and non-medical professionals who have joined me on these mission trips, and that without their help, without giving of their time and their talent, this would not have been successful. Each mission trip was more and more fruitful and more impactful because of their help.
So it's always a pleasure to be able to share a part of your life, your professional life, with someone that you really love. And I think that's something that we've been able to do. We both feel incredibly blessed to work together and also apart in our own roles, to promote health, to ensure a healthy population, and to serve this great community.
I think it should be obvious to everyone here that I completely agree with everything she just said. And I always do, almost always. I also think it's obvious this is an amazing gathering tonight. Thank you to the organizers for bringing us all together on such an important topic. We do recognize sports heroes and politicians all the time, but the folks being recognized here tonight are recognized for many, many, many years, often a very difficult service to people who are suffering, sometimes very badly. We all work together, whether as clinicians taking care of individual patients or public health physicians and other public health professionals taking care of communities and preventing disease, hopefully before it occurs.
I've been a nurse for 27 years. I have not worked at Burke for 27 years, but I've been a nurse for 27 years. I work with an amazing group of nurses and physicians at Burke, and we take excellent care of our patients, which at times is very challenging. I thank my colleagues that are here with me tonight, my nurse manager, Lorianne, who has made this possible in honoring me, and our chief nursing officer, Valerie, from Burke Hospital. So I thank everyone for honoring me. Thank you.
When I started heart transplantation more than 20 years ago, one of my mentors cautioned. He said, "Dave, always remember, heart transplantation is a full contact sport. There will be tremendous successes, but occasionally difficult failures. Always try to keep it in perspective."
We have an incredible team of surgeons, medical personnel, nurses, and especially the nurses on the floors that take care of these patients while they're waiting for a heart. It's a tough moment, the families. And for the rest of my time, I'd just like to take all of you a moment of silence, as Dave said, for the donors that are the true heroes of our team. So please take a moment of silence to thank them. Thank you, and thanks for the award.
Good evening. First, I want to thank Westfair for this award for the Caramount Urgent Care. We're honored to be included with such a distinguished group and humbled to be recognized for doing what we simply love to do.
Thank you so much for this recognition. It's really an honor to stand in front of all of you and to be among such great company. I'm actually from Westchester County. I grew up here, and I think that it's safe to say I grew up here in more ways than one. I went to Horace Greeley High School in Chappaqua, New York, but Westchester is also where I went to medical school, and I've actually interacted with many of the people in this room in various capacities, from the deans and faculty members at New York Medical College to some of the wonderful physicians at Caramount as part of my third-year clerkships, and several others in just the community. In the community, and I think it's really wonderful to see such an engaged community here. I'm very excited to call Westchester my home. I'm very proud of that, and I hope to continue to give back to this community for many years to come. So thank you all for the recognition, and it's a pleasure to be among such talented physicians. Thank you.